Hey guys, it's Graveyard Graham. Welcome back to the Midnight Ride. I am really loving the memes about the Department of Government Efficiency, the DOGE that Elon Musk is running. I like the idea of government employees having to prove their necessity and their value, going through the bobs from Office Space. What would you say you do here? I've been asking myself that question a lot more over the last couple of years when I examine the little bit of time that I do get to spend creating, and I look at what I'm doing. It's like, okay, how is this getting me closer to the goal of like actually creating something and making something marketable so that I can get to full time creating? That's kind of why I'm getting back on the submission circuit, even if it's with small presses, because obviously 10 years of indie publishing isn't really getting me anywhere. I don't know a whole lot about marketing, and I do know a lot more about writing and illustrating. So if I just stick with what I'm good at and send it to somebody who can market, then I'll go from freaking there. And I'm just trying to be more effective with my time in that sense. I'm not going to give up on self-publishing some of my properties, but I am going to be more deliberate about making time to write stuff and create stuff that I can send to a publisher. On that note, I set myself a goal to finish 3 manuscripts this year, and I just finished one over this last weekend, the one I've been talking to you guys about, the middle grade fantasy. I got it to about 47,500 words, which I wanted to get it down to 45, but couldn't without like really hacking at chunks. Like I'm pleased that what's there feels like the most essential stuff, with a little bit of not necessarily filler, but like filling out things that is there to give it body and volume where it needs it. I'm excited at the prospects for this one. It's 12 chapters long, and it's paced really well. And my kids keep asking me about it. I take that as a good sign. The other 2 that I'm going to write, one of them is going to come together somewhat quickly, but I did write it up as a proposal for a different publisher, so I'm waiting to hear if they want it, because if they want it, then I'm going to write it a little bit more substantially sized. If it does end up being just a self-published book, it'll be around 50,000 words, but if the publisher wants it, I can get it to 75. It's just, writing for different outlets, I guess would be a way of putting it. Like if a self-published book is going to maybe by necessity be shorter, because hey, I don't want to demand so much time of somebody if they pick something up and say, okay, well, it's a self-published book, do I really want to read 500 pages? It's like, well, no, I'll give you 250 pages and a dozen illustrations, and it's good bang for everybody's buck, good use of my time. Go from there. And then the third book I wanted to write this year is one that I keep putting off, but I seriously, I think I false started that book 2 or 3 times in 2024, and finally I got to a point where I was like, okay, I know what I need to do with this dang thing. Funnily enough, writing that middle grade book helped me to realize what I was doing wrong for the setup in this other sci-fi superhero type book. All of this is to say that I'm being more deliberate and effective in how I use my creative time, because I'm tired of not being able to do this full time. If I was doing it full time, I would be utterly killing it and crushing it. But until then, I've got to be very judicious with the use of my time. What would you say you do here? Well, if I'm not putting together an effective draft of something to send off or to get ready for self-publication, then probably not doing something all that effective. You might have noticed that dreadpennies.com went down. I still have the domain, but I'm not paying for the hosting through WordPress to GoDaddy to blah, 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 because it's like $50 a year. It wasn't effective use of that money. I didn't generate any income from the site. As far as I know, I wasn't getting any sales from it. I do make some money off of the Substack. Maybe I can find a way to have dreadpennies.com redirect to the Cracker Stack. Whatever, I don't care. I am going to start a new YouTube channel just for my comics reviews, and I've got plans for some more like deliberate and structured comic book content. I'm going to go through all of the stuff that I own and do some series recaps for that, the way that I do series recaps over on the main channel for books, and just be more deliberate, more effective. What would you say you do here? It feels good to be focused. It also feels good to have a little scrappy outlet like the Midnight Ride, where I've got 8 subscribers that that seem to give a crap at all about what I do over here. I'm going to talk a little bit about movies again in the next video, but this is good enough for now. Until next time, drive safe. See you out there.